That's crazy. Welcome back to the channel. I live across the street from a questionable house. I have my own theories about what goes on in that house, and sometimes they're supported by the traffic in and out, but I could also just be really wrong. I feel like readers tend to have really extravagant theories about what they think is going on in other people's lives based on like that we be reading, but like I think most of the time I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong in this case, but again, it's just interesting to like watch what occurs around the house. One day, I think maybe I will show you guys. Maybe like after I move, because I probably should be worried about that. Anyways, let's just do a catch-up video. I do think that I prefer keeping my reading separate from my watching. What? I do think I prefer keeping my reading separate from my watching. I've missed a word in there. Anyways, you can't judge me. Y'all are used to it at this point. Are you gonna come in here after all this time and then say something to me? No, you're used to it. We're gonna talk about books today, and then I will put together another video. Oh my god, I can't talk. For my anime and other stuff I've been watching, because I think I watched something else that wasn't anime. No, I lied. That was a series of YouTube videos that I watched, and in my head they became a TV show. Anyways, what I was saying. So I'm still working on The Fury of the Gods. This is so good. It's so action-packed. There's so much that's going on. Almost every single chapter that I am in, something epic is just happening. Some crazy fight is occurring. Like, it's a lot. And when I listen to the audiobook, the narrator, he like changes his tone and he talks faster when they're in a fight. So it makes my heart start racing. And I'm like, oh God, oh God, oh God. It literally has me on the edge of my seat, but I'm dragging it out because it's reading so fast. Like I read all of that in a day pretty much. So I definitely could have finished it over the weekend because there's 2 days on the weekend, but I don't want it to end. You ever get in a book and you're just like, I don't want to leave. I don't ever want to know what comes of this because that means that I've reached the end, and I don't want to reach the end. I want to stay in here forever. I love Orca and Varg so much. I love them so much. And little Brecca, oh my God. ELVAR, This might be a spoiler, okay? So this is going to be a spoiler. If you have not read The Bloodsworn and you don't want any spoilers in any way, shape, or form, I don't know, skip over this part. I'll put like a timestamp to let you know when the spoiler ends so you can like skip over it if you want, but I just have to get this off my chest. I'm gonna give y'all time. Okay, so ELVAR is the only one out of the three, right? There's like basically three groups. It's really two, but you have Orca, you have Varg, and then you have ELVAR. ELVAR is the only one out of the three groups who insists on keeping the tainted as thralls, slaves. She's the only one that insists on that. Everybody else is kind of, well, everybody else on this side, right, is kind of like, okay, well, we need the tainted to fight with us, not necessarily for us. They need to be on the same side as us, right? So everybody is pretty much smart enough to know that the best way to gain loyalty and to earn trust is to give people the ability to choose you, right? So ELVAR doesn't fucking get that. And it's been bothering me. It's been bothering me since book 2, but it peaked in this book because she's told by Uspa, I think it was. Uspa tells her, like, if you want the tainted to fight with you instead of just for you, you have to let them go. You have to let them choose to fight for you, with you, right? And even Barak says, I don't think that's how he says his name. Barak, whatever. Anyways, Uspa's husband, even he says, like, I'm tainted and I would still fight with you because you're willing to go to war for my son. ELVAR, how fucking dumb are you? Like, just, it's so frustrating, and it's really just that's who ELVAR has been in these 3 books that I have read. That is who she has been to me. Like, it's right here in your face. And you mean to tell me that you don't see it, you don't get it, even though it's right here in your face? It's just so frustrating. Anyways, spoiler over. Welcome back to the non-spoiler section of this video. It's really, really good. And it's action-packed. Like, I almost want to say there's too much action, but it's not that. It's just, compared to the last two books, there's significantly more action, but it's because everything is coming together, and it needs to come together with a bang, and it's like bang, 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 bang everywhere. It's really good. I don't know why I did that. Ooh, it's okay. You guys are used to it on my YouTube. So we're still working on the Fury of the Gods right now. I honestly want to say I want to dedicate tonight to finishing that, but we'll have to see because moms. I'm a mom, so. And then let me backtrack a little bit. So, I got publisher mail for the first time. I got a book from publisher, and it is The Third Rule of Time Travel from Orbit. Now, you guys might notice, I don't know if you have yet, but I tend to read a lot of Orbit books, and it wasn't on purpose at first. It just was like, those were the books I gravitated towards. They're the ones that I have been enjoying. And then I suddenly took notice and I was like, hey, I have a lot of Orbit books on my shelves. Yeah, so Orbit sent me a book. Thank you very much. This is a sci-fi, and she's a shorty. As in, like, she's not 500 pages long. And I'm really excited to get to this because you guys know that I soft DNF'd Project Hail Mary. Nothing against the book. I will try again. I just, like, could not get with it. It just was not holding my attention. I kept disconnecting. So I put it down. And I was thinking, like, I do want another sci-fi to, like, just dive into. But I couldn't figure out what I wanted to read. I've been, like, on the fence about, like, Ready Player 2. Sorry, I'm getting all my titles confused. I do know I have to go back to Catalyst Gate, but that's not really the sci-fi I was talking about per se, because that's its own, like, space opera, epic sci-fi. Just, it's crazy. It's huge. I wanted something, like, a little bit more manageable. And then I got this in the mail. So that was really good timing, Orbit. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate the book. I cannot wait to read it and tell you guys about it. I do think that it was already published. Perhaps. It does say 2025. Oh no, it says first edition March 2025. So I think maybe perhaps this is an arc. I don't know. Regardless of it being an arc or not, I'm very grateful for the book, and I'm going to read it, and I'm going to tell you guys about it because who else am I going to tell about it? The people across the street? It was really weird. This guy in a van pulled up. I have my bias, whatever, against people that drive minivans. I'll watch y'all on the highway. I be watching y'all, crazy ass. He pulls up in the minivan, and I saw the minivan, but then where my computer is blocks where whatever he was doing, and all I heard was dunk, and I was like, what was that? Somebody crashed. So I look, because what the fuck else am I gonna do? So I look, and it's him, like, throwing boxes over their fence. It was really weird. It was really, really weird. And then he stood there and he was taking pictures of it, but he wasn't taking pictures of where the boxes fell. He was taking pictures of, like, the side of the house and the top of the house. And I'm like, I don't understand what occurs across the street. I kind of want to, but also I'm a little scared of what I might find out. So it was just weird. Anyways, I digress. We're gonna get back on track to the books. So last week I finished 3 books. Yeah, I finished 3. I finished The Roommate Risk. It was okay. It started off really good. The main female character, Jasmine, I believe is her name. She was this, like, independent lawyer. She was out there trying to do good things for people, for the community. And she just seemed very, like, you know, like, put together, wasn't going to turn into this, like, wimpy little wilted flower. And then she did that. And I was like, what? Where is the FMC from the first 50% of the book? It was really weird. And I read it on audio. I didn't have the physical book. It just wasn't my favorite when she did that. I just feel like she kind of lost depth once she started getting with Raul, Raul. I don't know how to say it without saying it in Spanish. I'm sorry. The MMC, Raul, once she started getting with him and, like, hooking up with him, she, like, kind of lost her backbone. And that, I'm not a huge fan of that. One, I don't like character shifts like that where they kind of, like, the character changes. I don't like that. But also, I don't like it when characters in a romance will come together, like they finally get together, hook up, whatever the case is, and then they shift, like they turn into different people. I don't like that. sorry, I had to think about it. I just really don't like that, but I love the MMC. The MMC was so dreamy. He was so dreamy the whole time, and the narrator for him was phenomenal. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this, and y'all can't yum my yuck because I don't yuck your yum. I don't like auditory spice. I don't like it when you're saying those nasty words in my ear. And when I say nasty, I just mean like they fucking. I don't like to hear the words in my ear and like the moaning. I'm all set. I'm so sorry. I don't mind reading it. I'm not really into spice right now, but like I don't mind reading spice like on page. But to hear you, he's talking about her folds. I said, I'm out. I am so out. It's not even funny. It was weird. But that's a me thing. I don't like spice in my ear, but I know there's lots of people that do. So that's definitely a me thing. Oh, I got a new mug. She's simple, but I'm in love with it for some reason. I don't know. And it's like this chocolatey brown. Oh, I love it. So I finished, what did I just say? The Roommate Risk. It was okay. It was all right. That was like my lovey-dovey book of the month. And I messed up. I was definitely on the line of like a slump. And the only solution I could find was to just like keep picking up random books to see like what would stick. And for some reason, the Roommate Risk stuck. And I think it was the MMC. I really liked him. I really liked her in the beginning too. They like stuck with me, and it just sucks that I finished the book and I didn't even like it at the end. I don't work for them anymore, which is why I will wear the sweatshirt occasionally. I think it's the first time YouTube is seeing it though. Yeah, you guys are like, I'm getting comfortable with y'all because you're starting to see the shirts and the t-shirts that I rotate through, which is like the same 5. And mind your business, because you can buy me more sweatshirts if you don't like seeing the same ones over and over again. I did a buddy read with Ree and Sheldina. So I'll tag Sheldina below because I don't think Ree has a YouTube. Where Sleeping Girls Lie. This audiobook is phenomenal. Like the narrators, I don't know if it's a mixture of the accent, and she has like kind of a deepish voice, but it's not like, ooh, you know. Why do I do these things without filter? Anyways, her voice is like really soothing, but it also is just like, it holds my attention. I don't know. It was a great audiobook. I actually pretty much only used the physical book to look at the anagrams, and there's other things in here that are like visually, it's good to see them while you're hearing it. But this is my second library book, and I really enjoyed it. I honestly might get myself a copy because I could see me reading this again whenever I'm in the mood for something like, that's a thriller, but like you kind of know. Oh, that's the other thing. Sorry. Girl, I am all over the place. Somebody come get me. Okay, so Where Sleeping Girls Lie. It's like I don't want to say dark academia, but kind of like dark academia thriller mystery, right? Like this girl, Sade, finally gets to go to boarding school. She never got to go to boarding school. She was homeschooled. She finally gets to go after her dad goes night-night forever. And she meets her roommate, Elizabeth. And like within the first 24 hours, Elizabeth goes poof, also goes somewhere. Nobody knows where she went, right? So now she's trying to figure out where this girl went because everybody's like, but you got here, and all of a sudden she goes missing. It's very interesting. It was very good. The plot twist, if you can call it that, is something that you have seen before. You're going to guess it pretty quickly. However, I think that the way Farida, I don't know how to say her last name, so I'm not going to butcher it. I think the way the author wrote around that plot twist, it was exceptional in my opinion. And of course, I think by using the plot twist that she did, she's bringing more attention to something that most of us have seen, we have heard of. It's not something new. It's not something original. It's there, it has been there, but the way she writes a story around it and then creates this like thrilling mystery around it too, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. I actually ended up devouring the last like 120 pages-ish because I was doing audiobooks. I think it was like 120 pages. Devoured it last night. Like I could not stop listening until I found out the rest. I even purchased top-up hours on Spotify to finish this audiobook. So if that doesn't tell you that it's a really good book, y'all ain't listening. Y'all are not listening. I guess I'm running out of storage on my phone, so it just stops. It won't let you record any videos. And I'm like, I don't understand, but it's fine. So I finished talking about Where Sleeping Girls Lie. I think. I would recommend. I did give Bloodsworn its own review. It has its own video along with like anime and stuff. But I just want to reiterate, that I think Mistborn might have changed something in me. Like it went down to my core and has altered who I am as a reader, as a person. It just is so much better than I thought it was going to be. And that could easily just be from the fact that I thought it was going to be one thing and it ended up kind of being something else. It could also just be that the book is that fucking good. I mean, at this point, you really have no choice but to read it, to find out for yourself. I really loved it. I loved the characters. I'm not going to keep talking about it because it has its own review, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, I need to read The Well of Ascension, and I don't know. I want to do it right now. Like, I want to pick it up right this second and start it, but I have a lot of other things that I need to do, that I want to do, and it's not on that list. And I just don't know. I just don't know if the mood reader in me can handle the fact that I'm not picking it up, because it's what I want to pick up. So, and it's right there. It's on my desk, just staring at me. I put it there on purpose to torture myself with a book that I won't be picking up to read anytime soon. Not anytime soon, but you know what I mean. Like, I have other stuff to do first. Now, for this week, I really don't have like set books that I want to get through. I would love to read The Dragon Republic just to keep on track with continuing and finishing series this month. Would love to get into this. We shall see. Look, I said it right this time. Oh, I put my tabs inside. I didn't realize that. I am gonna pick this up and try to read it this week. So just those 2 books for this week. Take it nice and easy, nice and slow. I do have other stuff, like I said, that I want to do. February, this was not the month for me to want to finish series because I ended up starting like 3 other series instead, which is fine. What did I do? I started the Prison Healer series. I started this duology, Gear Breakers and Godslayers. Mistborn, why did I do that? That literally doesn't make sense. I did, however, read Sunbringer. So that's book 2 in the Fallen Gods. I'm about to finish the Fairy of the Gods, so I'm about to finish the Bloodsworn. I'm about to finish that. What else? Is that all I finished? Is that it? There's nothing else? Fuck. I think that's all I got through. Anyways, so yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. Just me rambling as usual. I have nothing. All right, I will see you guys for the next video. Happy reading.